Now we go from U.S. history to a San Francisco tradition. The 50th annual Cherry Blossom Festival is happening soon in Japantown, and here to tell us more about it is Greg Viloria. He's the executive chair of PR and marketing for the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival. Welcome to Bay Sunday, Greg.
Oh, thanks for having us. Grateful.
So this is a big year for the Cherry Blossom Festival. 50 years here in San Francisco. Tell us a little bit about the event that's coming up in the festival.
Well, yeah, 50 years, it's really the 50th one, and we've been planning for the last 2 years doing this. And it's been an amazing journey because along the way, it's prompted us to really capture our history. So last 2 years, we formed this 50th anniversary committee to try really capture some of these old stories, old photos that we could use in other ways for the festival, but really capture its history.
And tell us what we're seeing right here.
Oh, this is interesting. In the earlier days, if everyone's kind of familiar with the Taru Makoshi, it closes our grand parade, and it's symbolizes these days of basically a god inside there, and you kind of move it up and down to kind of please the god. And so it started as like people in the earlier days of using sake barrels, to now it's a spiritual item.
And is it about teamwork as well? And then as we take a look at this photo as well.
Oh yeah, that's Japan Airlines. That's the original Queen float that they used, and Japan Airlines for the last 50 years have been sponsoring the Queen float, so they've been really happy about that. And there's the Queens on the
fairly recent.
Yeah, fairly recent. So you know, the kimonos are supplied by a company in Japan, and it's given to the winner of the Queen program every year. So.
And the young women that we see here, how old are they?
They range from 18 to 25. I think there's a cutoff age of about 28, but that's usually the average. And it isn't a pageant. It's really a development program, I would call it, for young women to develop leadership skills and community skills.
And it's also scholarship based as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. They offer some stipends to help the ladies, women through the year, and they go through all of Northern California visiting events, and as well as Hawaii, where you're from, and other places.
Well, why do you think this event is so important to those folks in the Japanese American community?
Well, it's really the cornerstone of Japantown. It's the biggest event that we have, and with that, as you know, there's a lot of concerns about gentrification, right? It's happening all over the place, but Japantown has been one of those enclaves which has really tried to figure out sustainability. And the festivals and events, we put on about 12 events every year in Japantown, and this is the biggest. It culminates in it. It's very important because it brings all the Japanese culture communities in the Bay Area in one place.
And you were telling me 1,000 volunteers for this Cherry Blossom Festival.
Well,
that's incredible.
It puts it on. We get high school students, we get people as far as like Oroville coming to volunteer because it's just a special event to them. And a lot of these people have roots back to the Japanese American community in some way. Right. And it's amazing to see 1,000 people put this on, and it's all volunteer. There's no paid people on our festival at all.
Greg, thank you so much for joining us, and you've got that big gala coming up. The Cherry Blossom Festival's 50th Anniversary Gala Celebration is on April 14th. Mark your calendars at the Westin St. Francis Hotel on Union Square. There are tickets available. For more information, you could go to sfcherryblossom.org. Coming up, electric zero-emission motorcycles when Bay Sunday returns.